The National Association of Graduate Teachers, NAGRAT, is demanding the immediate reinstatement of the interdicted headmistress of the West Africa Senior High School, Dr. Shine Agatha Ofori. The headmistress was placed on interdiction after being accused of collecting unauthorized money from students. However, NAGRAT believes that the decision made by the Ghana Education Service is emblematic of the challenges faced by various senior high schools. The following report provides further details.
The Ghana Education Service has instructed the interdicted headmistress of the West Africa Senior High School, Dr. Shine Agatha Ofori, to hand over the administration of the school to the Regional Director of Education. The decision was made to pave way for an investigation into an alleged case of unauthorized money collection from students. In response to this development, the president of NAGRAT, Angel Kabono, asserts that the headmistress did nothing wrong and urges the government to shift its focus towards providing adequate financial resources to schools to enhance the overall quality of education.
We should all stop burying our heads in the sun like an ostrich to pretend that everything in the schools are rosy. Therefore, when you just identify the case of only one school, due to the fact that a parent goes to sit on an FM radio station to create the impression that parents are being forced, and as a result of that, the head of the school is interdicted, you are not solving the problem. The contribution of parents towards the survival of the schools in these days is a very common practice. And we'll be very surprised if the management of the Ghana Education Service or the Ministry of Education and then by extension, the government of Ghana will say they are not aware. We have schools, names of which I don't want to mention, that collect money from parents, or parents mobilizing themselves to contribute money for the upkeep of the schools. And we have ministers and government officials whose children attend those schools and they contribute to the payment of these monies.
This is not the first time the Ghana Education Service has taken such an action against heads of second-cycle institutions in the country. Earlier in 2023, the service interdicted the headmaster of Fijai Senior High School in Sekondi, Kenneth Agbomaji, for allegedly charging illegal fees. In view of this, Mr. Kabonu, president of NAGRAT, has called on the government to promptly reinstate the headmistress.
You are just isolating one person and just picking that person as a scapegoat. The problem is bigger than West Africa Senior High School. The problem is distributed nationwide, and we think that it is absolutely wrong and unacceptable for heads of schools to be identified individually in the case that we are talking about. Government of Ghana, there is a need for us to sit down with stakeholders to review the free senior high schools. Our schools are deteriorating very fast. There is an upsurge of private senior high schools in this country because they are beginning to be answers to the fact that our free senior high schools are not providing what it's supposed to provide. We plead with government for government to take the most pragmatic decision in the interest of education. We also call on the Ghana Education Service to immediately reinstate the headmistress of West Africa Senior High School and any other headmistress or headmaster in similar situation.